I'm Ron.
And I'm Zach.
In 2015, we founded Camp Common Ground. We set out to raise a generation of youth who will be committed to breaking down the cultural barriers that exist between people of different racial and economic backgrounds in our country.
Since 2015, we've brought together 60 young leaders from different economic and racial backgrounds for 2 weeks of overnight camp in the beautiful redwoods of Northern California. And these youth left transformed.
Before I did I'll be a follower, I wouldn't be a leader. But this camp taught me how to be a leader and how to solve conflicts.
These friends are actually real friends and not just not just weird acquaintances you made at school. And there are people you can basically talk to about anything, like basically family.
It's taught me how to empathize with people and really see through other people's eyes. And I think it just really made me a better person.
My experience at Camp Common Ground, even though it was only 2 weeks, it felt like years. Because everyone in this community is very close and we all love each other.
I have learned a lot of stuff that I can apply to when I'm going back to school, like conflict resolution, and I learned about other people's backgrounds, so now I know not to judge people based on what they present to you because they might be going through something.
Unfortunately, we're at a moment where Camp Common Ground's work is more important than ever. Not only are schools and neighborhoods more segregated now than they were in the 1980s, but we have a president who uses rhetoric and policies that divide us further.
Do you believe that you've done anything to create a tone where this kind of violence would be encouraged?
I hope not. I truly hope not.
Get that guy out of here. Get him out of here. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, they would not do it again so easily.
These divisions have seeped into our schools and communities, and we realize that we need to impact more youth than just our campers.
That's why this year, we're extending our impact by taking our same commoners and preparing them to take what they learned at Camp Common Ground to address divisions in their schools and communities.
To prepare them, we're doing 2 things. 1, during the school year, our campers will reunite 3 times to implement their plans for disruption, which are roadmaps they developed over the summer for how to include students in their schools who are excluded because of aspects of their identity. And 2, for the first time, our campers will return for a second summer, where they will share their knowledge and act as role models for a new cohort of commoners.
For this crowdfunding campaign, we're focusing on getting last year's cohort back to our program. The 22 youth that will return received $33,000 in scholarship funds last year. Our goal is to secure all of their spots for a second summer.
On average, it costs $1,500 to bring one of these campers back. Your donation is an investment in the future of these youth and the thousands who attend their schools.
You also send a clear message to youth that you believe in their ability to change the intolerance they see in their schools and in our country.
It starts this summer.
With camp.
With your generosity.